Hello and thank you for watching today's unboxing and assembly video. Today we have the ZT10 by Pride Mobility. Getting started, all you're going to need to do is cut the pallet straps. It does come on a wooden crate, which we've already removed it from, but that's what the pallet straps are for. Once you're done cutting those and removing the box from the wooden crate, you can go ahead and nick the tape around the edges of the box and open the box. There are some loose pieces of styrofoam that you'll want to go ahead and remove first. And on the third piece that we're doing here, you're going to see that there are a couple of components inside of that piece of styrofoam. There's a bag with the keys inside of another bag that contains the user manual. And on the right-hand side, you'll see the safety sheet as well as the charger. You're going to want to go ahead and make sure you read the safety sheet and the user manual in its entirety and keep all of that stuff to the side for now. Keep all of your packaging, at least for the first 5 days, in case you need to return your item. The next thing we're going to do here is show you how to lift up the handlebar assembly, also known as the tiller assembly. There is a lever on the back side, which we're going to show you. You need to hold the lever up in order to lift or lower the tiller assembly, which is actually a comfort feature. You can actually bring the handlebar closer to you or further away from you. Now we're going to rotate the box and show you how to roll the scooter out of the box instead of having to carry it out of the box. As you can see on the side flap of the box there, it has a little diagram showing you just what we mentioned. You want to cut the front part of the box out either with a knife or a pair of scissors and lay it flat. Once the front of the box is cut out and that part of the box is laying flat on the ground, you're going to have to remove a piece of styrofoam first in the front where the front two wheels are locked into in order to roll it out of the box. Now, it's a little tough to get your hand under that handlebar unless you break away some of the styrofoam, but what you can also do is just lift up from the front. Just make sure you've got a solid part of the front of the scooter. Don't ever lift from the shroud cover that's made out of plastic because it will break. The next thing you're going to want to do here is take the plastic wrapping and remove it from the front and kind of tuck it in under the wheel wells so that when you roll it out of the box, it doesn't get caught up and start ripping. It just kind of rolls itself right out of the bag. The basket and a piece of styrofoam are resting on the floorboard. You can remove that and any loose pieces of styrofoam that you find along the way. One very important thing to pay attention to from the get-go is that your scooter does have an automatic braking system. Because it has two motors, it's actually going to have two automatic brake levers. You're going to see that there is a drive mode and a neutral mode. In order to push the scooter manually, you have to put it in neutral mode. That's going to disengage the automatic brakes so that you're not dragging your tires, making it very difficult to move the scooter at all. So you're going to have to lift from the back so that it can roll on the front wheels as shown here, and then it'll come right out of the box. Next, we're going to show you how to connect the batteries. This scooter does come with the batteries disconnected. To remove the battery box cover, just push firmly inwards on the left and right side and tilt forward. It'll come right out. Once the battery box cover is removed, you're going to see some plastic there. Go ahead and get rid of all the plastic, and we're going to show you how to connect the two battery harnesses. The batteries come pre-wired with a positive and a negative lead, and on the end of each lead it has a harness connector pre-labeled with some numbers. We're going to show you that right now. As you can see, there's a little belt buckle that holds down all the wires. You're going to have to disconnect that. But as shown here, the wire harnesses have a label on them, 4 and 5, and the corresponding controller ports that say 4 and 5 have arrows showing you which one's which. So just go ahead and use the color-coded labels to connect each battery. These are quick connect harnesses. It's very easy to use. There's really no wrong way to do it. Just make sure the white side's going on the white and the black side's going on the black. Once you have them both connected, make sure to push those wire harnesses down just a little bit so they're not pointing straight up where they bend. And then use the security strap to kind of hold those harnesses down. You don't want them pushing up against the battery cover. It's going to make that even more difficult to reattach. To attach that battery box cover, you'll want to identify the grooves and the little notches on the bottom side. Those two notches on the front should go in first into the little grooves right there on the floorboard that we're pointing out. Simply connect those first while it's tilted forward, and then tilt back. If you notice any resistance, make sure those wire harnesses aren't in the way, like we just did here, and then kind of just smoothly tilt it back. It'll clip right into place. The next thing we need to do is get the chair out of the box. The chair, or the seat rather, comes in a separate box. In this case, we ordered the 20-inch wide deluxe seat. You can get a standard 18-inch wide seat for free, but we chose to get the deluxe 20-inch wide seat. So as you can see, it does come wrapped with some plastic. Go ahead and remove that plastic and identify the male connection point right in the center at the bottom of the chair. That male connection point is just going to be used to fall right into the seat post, which has the grooves around it. Those grooves around the seat post are going to be used to rotate the seat so that that handle locks it into place in many different positions. So as you can see, there's really not much to it. Just go ahead and connect the seat and it drops right in. You can go ahead and check that it's connected by trying to rotate it. It won't rotate when it's connected properly. If it does rotate, that means it's not all the way in. When it doesn't rotate, that means it's locked in, and then you can use the rotation lever that will kind of fall into place in every position that it's able to lock into. So you can actually rotate the chair a full 360 degrees, and there is 8 different locking positions that you can lock the chair into. Now we're going to install the armrests, which is quite easy. You just have to go ahead and slide the armrests into the armrest rail. It's a receiving end there that has a tension adjustment knob and a securement pin. The armrest rail has several holes so that you can actually adjust the width between the two armrests. So we're going ahead and demonstrating that you have to loosen that tension adjustment knob and take out the securement pin to get the armrest in for the first time. And then you could choose which set of holes you want to use. So you can choose to have the armrest closer in or further out, depending on your preference. We're going to go ahead and line them up and then put that securement pin in, which is going to hold it right in place at the desired width. But then you may notice the armrests are a little wiggly. They kind of shake a little bit. So that's what the tension adjustment knob's for. If you just tighten that up all the way, the armrest will be nice and firm and they won't shake or wiggle at all. Go ahead and rinse and repeat for the remaining armrest. It's pretty easy to do, and once we have all that set up, the scooter is pretty much ready to go, aside from the basket, which we'll show you how to mount. It's a very easy to mount basket. While we're down here, we're going to make sure that the freewheel levers are in drive mode. The scooter won't operate without the levers being in drive mode. Now we're going to get the keys out of the bag that's located in the bag that contains the user manual. Again, make sure to read that user manual, and before powering on the device, check to make sure that the automatic brakes are engaged and you can't roll the scooter. Otherwise, the scooter won't work. So as you can see on the right side, there's a little sticker covering the ignition. Go ahead and get the keys, put it in, give it a slight turn clockwise to activate and power on the unit. You'll see the Pride insignia logo there with the illumination turns on and the headlights turn on. The dash also turns on. So when you turn it on, you'll see right away what the battery charge state is at. When you first get your scooter, make sure to charge it overnight. It's a best practice. There is an under storage light. There's also a horn, which is a pretty high pitch and loud horn. The turn signals work really nicely. They have this sort of pulsing feature to them, which is unlike any other scooter that I've seen out there. Has a very nice lighting package and suspension, as you can see. Big tires with grooves on them, making it very easy to use on different types of terrain, not just flat pavement or sidewalks. The front basket is a large basket. To mount it, just look for those 2 rails and the 2 sets of double hooks. Simply line up the rails so that they're just above the double hooks and just drop it down. There's really nothing to it. Again, we're going to show you the tiller adjustment lever, which allows you to bring the handlebar closer to you if you need to. And then you can also use the depth adjustment sliding handle there on the chair to bring the chair closer or further away as well. The armrests do flip up, and as you saw earlier, they are width adjustable. It's a very comfortable chair. We're going to show you now the dash has 3 different speed modes. You have Eco, EV, and Sport mode if you really want to turn up the speed. And the scooter does go a top speed of 7 miles per hour. It can drive up to 24 miles. But the most important thing about this scooter is that it has the turning radius of a 3-wheel scooter. Because it has 2 motors, it allows the back 2 wheels to rotate in the opposite direction. So as you can see, that wheel that we're looking at now is going backwards while the right wheel is going forward, and it allows the rear end of the scooter to almost stay perfectly in place while it's rotating. We're going to go ahead and throw up the specification sheet so that you can hit pause and check out all the specifications if you need to. We do offer this scooter for sale tax-free, free shipping, right on our website, mobilityscootersdirect.com. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you found this video informative and want to get notified when new videos come out just like it. Thank you, and have a great day.